Hi everyone, this week's Parsha is Parshat Beshalach. Welcome here to snowy Providence, Rhode Island. In this week's Parsha, it's a packed Parsha. There's a lot that goes on. But notably, visually in the Torah, there's the Shirat Hayam, the Song of the Sea, something we say every single day. Az Yashir Moshe, right? The people of Israel, Moshe, sing the song after the splitting of the sea. Now, it's very interesting because when you think about the song, right? It's a song that goes and praises different attributes of God, uses very poetic, beautiful, metaphorical language to describe the actions that God had taken to save the Jewish people at the splitting of the sea. But what prompted the singing of the song? So we see in this paragraph, we say, again, also every day, right before we sing the song, Az Yashir, we say the song, this paragraph, Vayosha Hashem Bayomahu, right? So it's this paragraph that essentially says that when the Jews saw the Egyptians lying lifeless on the shore, they began to sing this song. So I believe it's also possibly a slight misconception that a lot of people have, that the Jews were singing this song because of the splitting of the sea. Not quite. They were singing the song because of this action where they saw the Egyptians lying lifeless up on the shores. So it begs the question, why now? Why did it take until now for the Jews to sing this song of great praise to Hashem? Why wasn't one of the plagues? Why wasn't it the actual leaving of Egypt? Right? Why is it this moment where they're seeing these lifeless Egyptian bodies that's actually prompting them to sing this song of great praise to Hashem, to God? So I think looking at the Jewish people, this moment is very definitive for them. This is the first moment in which God has taken direct action to save the Jewish people, to defend them, right? Prior, in Egypt, we've had all these episodes of God producing all of these plagues and miracles, again, to facilitate the exodus of the Jewish people from the land of Egypt. The Jews were still in their homes, right? They still were, quote unquote, comfortable, even though that they were slaves. They had a lot of complaints, and they have a lot of complaints going forward as well. But they were comfortable in a sense in which they weren't out in the desert by themselves, completely vulnerable, right? This, at the splitting of the sea, is their first episode of complete vulnerability in which God's miracles act directly against their enemies to save them. And that's why they break out in song right when they see these lifeless bodies. Now, washed up on the shore. Now, when we think about the song itself, which I think is where the real message in this week's video is, it starts off, Az Yashir Moshe V'nei Yisrael, right? That here is the song that Moshe and the Jewish people sung. So all the commentators pick up on this. It's very interesting language here. Moses, and the Jewish people are singing this song. So there seems to be something very interesting here, because how is it possible that they all knew the song, right? I hear songs all the time, and I have to listen to them like a million times before I even know the words. So there are some commentators that say that it was divine inspiration. They all saw this episode and these bodies lifeless on the shore, and they all had this divine inspiration to sing the same words. And this is all picked up on the word Uvenei Yisrael, that it was Moshe and the people of Israel, the Jews, singing all at once. But something, and other commentators say that maybe it was something responsive. Moshe said one line and then they repeated. But I think something that the Or HaChaim picks up on, a famous commentator that I really enjoy, is that as I began this video, this is a song we say every single day, right? So it could be that the song is referring to the future, times now, times over the past 2,000 years, the times going forward, in which Moshe sang the song, and we see afterwards the women were playing these tambourines, and could have been that the rest of the Jewish people were humming along, singing along, in some way, shape, or form. But Moshe was saying the words, and the Uvenei Yisrael and the people of Israel are also singing the song, meaning the people of Israel today, the people of Israel throughout history, have been singing the same song with Moshe. So I think this is a really beautiful message for all of us to take, especially in these times in which God's hand is really out saving the Jewish people, almost as it was, as God was by the splitting of the sea with the Egyptians. That I think we should really have, my bracha to everyone this week is that we should all have extra intent saying the song Az Yashir, the song of the sea, every single day as we say it, and to take real inspiration from it, because the words are extremely, extremely powerful. And with that, I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.